Religions, according to a particular website on Google, are a product of society and not a creation of a man. They are established by God, but not God's work by a society. Today, the theory of divine revolution about the origin of religion is considered a remnant of superstition and orthodoxy. And as you can see right now, many religions are arising and continuously getting bigger, like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Judaism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Shinto, and so on. But as the time passes and globalization takes place, what will be the current state of religions and how will globalization after and have an impact on their beliefs?
Before I start the discussion, I have to introduce first myself. My name is Mateo Estago and my course is BEC or Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering first year, and my schedule in Contemporary World subject is Tuesday, Thursday, 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And all the things you witness and you see in this video are all educational purpose only. Now I start to discuss this topic by asking these two questions. First, what are the impacts and effects of globalization to the different religions around the world? Second question, how do we know that there is a globalization to a particular religion? Because globalization is the product of the society, established by the people, not by the god or goddesses. So, it's possible that globalization would be happening. Did you see any changes in your religions, particularly to the Muslims and Christians? I think there are many changes. And I propose that it is the product of globalization. And to know more about globalization or religion, first we have to find out its process. And based on my research, this globalization had three aspects on its process. The first aspect is it implies the inevitable transformations of individuals' religious organizations. So, the results of transformations of individual religious organizations, it is because of the globalization. As you can see in the Islam, Muslims are now terrorists, and because of the misunderstanding of the principles they had that teaches from the Quran. Also in some Christian religions, like the UCC or United Church of Christ, the Protestant. When Martin Luther protesting the Catholic Church, he made his own ideology based on the Holy Scripture, the Bible, and many people who believe him. And then the United Christ of Church will occur. And based on the example I have been given, we can conclude that globalization could transform the individual perceptions to adopt another processes or techniques about their religions. Because some of the people right now depends on their own experiences and concepts on how to develop another techniques and process in believing their gods and goddesses. The second aspect is it can be expected that new characteristics will be produced in the contents of doctrines, rituals, and practices. Processes is very familiar to us, especially to the Christians, Muslims, and other different religions. If you see in some social media right now, many religions doing their rituals, practices, like performing a life while making a mass, worship, and also the fellowship. Other practices like giving tithes and offering should be done through pumping. So it's nice to see, but it is the product of globalization. Globalization could change the process of performing the duties of every people to their religions. The last aspect is globalization will be accompanied by changes in the human being supporting religions, particularly in their intellectual perspectives. Talk of religions, your moral values, your spiritual values, and also your cultures was belonging on this institution. How do we respond to these things while living in the society that full of changes right now? And one thing that could change the intellectual perspectives of human is social media. Look in social media right now. You see many Christians who are spreading toxicity, spreading lasting things. And these things are not teach to their church or in their religion. In Muslim, you can see many terrorist groups made by them. And maybe it's because of their capacity and capability and also the power. It's because of the globalization that they can make their own arms, explosive devices, and another device that could create conflicts or problems around the world. In changing their own intellectual perspectives, they've forgotten their own responsibility to their religions. Like, for example, instead of spreading their values about the religion, but they spread trouble and tensions around the world. From those examples and scenarios that I gave you in this previous slide, you could see different changes to the religions, like on how they perform the rituals, they spreading the religions all over the world, that way how to show their support to their own religions, and also their intellectual perspectives in life about the religions, that way how to spread their religions, and so on. The different effects of globalization, we can conclude that the globalization was heading in a wrong way. Many institutions in our society right now are affected because of this globalization, particularly to the people, like the pandemic we face right now. This pandemic is the result of globalization. As you can see in our pharmaceuticals laboratory, they do different experiments about curing illnesses and many others, and the result of this, new organisms, substances, and chemicals were born. In coping the negative effects that globalization gave to us, first we can do is to have faith. If we have this faith, we have the courage and be inspired to fight, and also about the ways in combating practical challenges and contrivance in responding global moral duties. As a student, my action is we have to live a compassionate, humane, and peaceful world. That's all. Thank you for watching.